In this video, I'm going to react to the 7 most expensive aircraft in the US military. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now this, as you guys probably know, is right up my street. You know, I'm really interested in learning about the different aircraft that the US military has at its disposal. I've reacted to, you know, the B-1, the SR-71 Blackbird, and I've always thought, you know, what are the most technologically advanced aircraft in the military, in the US military? And I guess one way of quantifying that could be the price of them, because you would think that the more advanced something is, the more technical it is, the more expensive it's going to be to manufacture, just because there'll probably be more parts, you'll need more technicians on hand, more engineers and things like that. So yeah, when I was recommended this video, I knew it would be one that I reacted to soon, just because it's going to answer this question for me. So let's go. This is going to be me reacting to the 7 most expensive aircraft in the US military. Let's do it.
The top 7 most expensive aircraft in the US military. Military airplanes have been rapidly evolving.
Look at that big boy. Good grief. That thing is huge.
With the installation of new advancements in technology that increases efficiency, capability, and safety.
That's a big boy.
This also means that the price is also going up. The fact of the matter is that within a few years after a military aircraft is built, improvements in the technology that will make it more efficient in performing the necessary tasks, and although the price tag for the initial build may seem astronomical.
What is the name of this one here? Like, someone let me know. It's just massive.
In the long run, it'll be cost-effective over the model that it replaces. We see this trend repeatedly in the design and engineering of military aircraft, and it's an ongoing process that's not likely to change because of the changing world that we're living in. Increased military and security.
Man, from the front, the F-22 is just so cool. So cool.
Threats and advancements in aeronautics technology. The cost is great, there's no doubt. But what is the security of an entire nation worth? When it comes to matters of national defense, most countries would agree that having the ability to protect the homeland is well worth the unit cost. There's no doubt that the United States' greater military spending has enabled it to operate the best air force in the world. Let's take a close look at the top 7 most expensive aircraft in the US military that help the nation showcase its superior air power in all corners of the world. Seven, C-17 Globemaster III.
I think this might be the one that I asked which one it was at the start of the video. Just look at the scale of this thing. Absolutely enormous.
The C-17 Globemaster III is the most flexible cargo aircraft to enter the airlift force. The C-17 is capable of rapid strategic delivery of troops and all types of cargo to main operating bases or directly to forward bases in the deployment area. The aircraft can perform tactical airlift and airdrop missions and can transport litters and ambulatory patients during aeromedical evacuations. The inherent flexibility and performance of the C-17 force improves the ability of the total airlift system to fulfill the worldwide air mobility requirements of the United States. The ultimate measure of airlift effectiveness is the ability...
Wow, look at all these troops. So is this how they usually are positioned in the aircraft? There's so many of them in there. Wow. I wonder what the capacity is, like how many people it can transport at any given time. Must be quite a lot.
To rapidly project and sustain an effective combat force close to a potential battle area. Threats to U.S. interests have changed in recent years, and the size and weight of U.S. mechanized firepower and equipment have grown in response to improved capabilities of potential adversaries. This trend has significantly increased air mobility requirements, particularly in the area of large or heavy outsized cargo. As a result, newer and more flexible airlift aircraft are needed to meet potential armed contingencies, peacekeeping, or humanitarian missions worldwide. The C-17 is capable of meeting today's demanding airlift missions.
Very capable, very sizable aircraft, man. It looks like it's probably bigger than a typical 747. Much bigger.
6. E-8C Joint Stars.
Another cargo
the
plane?
The E-8C Joint Surveillance Target Attack Radar System, or Joint STARS, is an airborne battle management, command and control, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance platform.
Interesting.
Its primary mission is to provide theater ground and air commanders with ground surveillance to support attack operations and targeting that contributes to the delay, disruption, and destruction of enemy forces. While Joint STARS was conceptualized as a means of tracking during the Cold War, the fleet is more relevant than ever, operating at surge levels since 2002. Today, it's the only platform in the U.S.
Surge level? Like, let me know, what does that mean? Does that just mean full capacity, so it's fully deployed? Like, let me know if anyone knows what that means, please.
That combines accurate wide area moving target detection with synthetic aperture radar imagery to locate, classify, and track targets in all weather conditions from standoff distances. Joint STARS offer battlefield commanders real-time situational information while simultaneously transmitting target locations to aircraft and ground strike forces. It's flown more than 130,000 combat hours since 9/11, supporting operations globally, including Operation Inherent Resolve over Iraq and Syria.
I mean, the amount of like maintenance that must go into, you know, looking after a plane like this one must be considerable, right? Yeah.
5. C-5 Galaxy.
Another big
the
boy.
C-5 has a greater capacity than any other airlifter.
Really?
It has the ability to carry 36 standard pallets and 81 troops simultaneously. The Galaxy is also capable of carrying any of the Army's air transportable combat equipment, including such bulky items as the 74-ton mobile scissors bridge.
Whew.
It can also carry outsized and oversized cargo over intercontinental ranges and can take off or land in relatively short distances. Ground crews are able to load and offload the C-5.
They're loading it with a tank. A legitimate tank.
Simultaneously at the front and rear cargo openings, reducing cargo transfer times. The C-5M Super Galaxy is an upgraded version with new engines and modernized avionics designed to extend its service life beyond 2040. The U.S. Air Force has operated the C-5 since 1969. In that time, the airlifter supported U.S. military operations.
1969. That is, wow. You're looking at 50 years. Over 50 years, and they want to keep it going until 2040 at least. Yeah, they've got some good mileage out of it.
All major conflicts, including Vietnam, Iraq, Yugoslavia, and Afghanistan, as well as allied support such as Israel during the Yom Kippur War and operations in the Gulf War. The Galaxy has also been used to distribute humanitarian aid and disaster relief and supported the U.S. space program. 4. P-8A Poseidon.
Poseidon, so this indicates it's something to do with water. It's got to be some kind of maybe naval ship, naval use perhaps, that's my guess.
The P-8A Poseidon is the U.S. Navy's multi-mission maritime patrol and reconnaissance aircraft. The P-8A efficiently conducts anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and humanitarian response. These capabilities are enhanced through secure, interoperable, net-ready systems, while the aircraft is also equipped with high-quality weapon systems, It also has an open architecture to allow for expansion. The P-8A is built for today's missions with room to grow. Designed to secure the U.S. Navy's future and long-range maritime patrol capability, the P-8A Poseidon has transformed how the Navy Maritime Patrol and Reconnaissance Forces will man, train, operate, and deploy. Using an affordable and efficient inline assembly process, the P-8A Poseidon is built, then after final assembly, necessary military modifications are added. The P-8A offers commonality with the 737 fleet and other military platforms that use the 737 airframe. Commonality in spares and training for crews reduces costs and enables military operators to leverage support throughout the world.
So do Boeing and the likes of, Boeing, Airbus, I imagine they must, every year, do they get orders from the US military, or is it just as a sort of ad hoc basis? So they'll be contacted and say, we need 5 737 models, or is it like a yearly purchase that is made? Yeah, quite interested in just understanding how it works.
3. B-1B Lancer. Carrying the largest conventional payload of both guided and unguided weapons in the Air Force inventory.
That's a big bomb.
The multi-mission B-1 is the backbone of America's long-range bomber force. It can rapidly deliver massive quantities of precision and non-precision weapons against any adversary anywhere in the world, at any time. The B-1B's blended wing...
Man, it's such a... Look at that silhouette. Such a good looking plane. I really like it. Looks like a bird.
Configuration, variable geometry wings, and turbofan afterburning engines combine to provide long range, maneuverability, and high speed while enhancing survivability. Forward wing settings are used for takeoff, landings, air refueling, and in some high-altitude weapons employment scenarios. Aft wing sweep settings, the main combat configuration, are typically used during high subsonic and supersonic flight, enhancing the B-1B's maneuverability in the low and high altitude regimes. The B-1B's speed and superior handling characteristics allow it to seamlessly integrate in mixed force packages. These capabilities, when...
It's just so sleek. I know that aesthetics aren't really, you know, they're probably quite low on the priority list, but yeah, this is a good looking plane. Very good looking plane.
Combined with its substantial payload, excellent radar targeting system, long loiter time, and survivability, make the B-1B a key element of any joint composite strike force.
I'm guessing the B-2 has to be high on this list. It's probably #1, I'd imagine, right?
2. Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor.
350 mil.
The F-22 Raptor is the most powerful air dominance fighter in the world. No, in the universe. Considered the first 5th-generation fighter in the U.S.
in the universe.
The Raptor boasts unprecedented attack capabilities, integrated avionics, and battle space awareness, as well as stealth technologies that allow it to protect not only itself, but other assets. The F-22's powerful engine and sleek aerodynamic design allow it to cruise at supersonic speeds without using afterburner, and its flight controls and maneuverability are unmatched by any other aircraft ever. 1. B-2 Spirit.
I knew it. There she is, man. Mate, I've said it a million times. You guys know what I'm gonna say. Probably the best looking plane ever. Probably the best looking. It's just so unique, especially from underneath it. It just looks, it looks like a UFO.
The B-2 Spirit is a multi-role bomber capable of delivering both conventional and nuclear munitions. A dramatic leap forward in technology, the bomber represents a major milestone in the U.S. bomber modernization program. The B-2 brings massive firepower to bear in a short time, anywhere on the globe, through previously impenetrable defenses. The B-2 provides the penetrating flexibility and effectiveness inherent in manned bombers. Its low observable or stealth characteristics give it the unique ability to penetrate an enemy's most sophisticated defenses and threaten its most valued and heavily defended targets. Its capability to penetrate air defenses and threaten effective retaliation provides a strong, effective deterrent and combat force well into the 21st century.
Whoever designed it, get that man a beer. He did a tremendous job.
The revolutionary blending of low observable technologies with high aerodynamic efficiency and large payload give the B-2 important advantages over existing bombers. Its low observability provides it greater freedom of action at high altitudes, thus increasing its range and a better field of view for the aircraft's sensors. Its unfueled range is approximately 6,000 nautical miles. The B-2's low observability is derived from a combination of reduced infrared, acoustic, electromagnetic, visual, and radar signatures. These signatures make it difficult for these sophisticated defensive systems to detect, track, and engage the B-2. Many aspects of the low observability process remain classified. However, the B-2's composite materials, special coatings, and flying wing design all contribute to its stealthiness.
Now that was a fun watch. I mean, just some absolute masterpieces of aviation. You know, just really cool planes like the B1, the B2, even the big ones like the Galaxy. Just unbelievable. You know, if you went 100, 150 years back in the past and you showed someone a B2 in the air, they probably think it was from another planet, honestly. Like, I'm sure even now there are people that would think a B2 is from another planet. Just really, really cool planes. This is really up my street. I love this sort of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out, because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.